So, in this lecture, we want to talk about getting files out of a packet capture. Um, what I have here is I've opened up one of the sample packet captures from Wireshark, and it's the HTTP with JPEGs capture, and I'll post a link to that in the lecture information. But essentially, it's a bunch of HTTP transactions that quite a few of them have JPEGs. And I've highlighted this packet here because this is the HTTP response, right? And it says it's a JPEG GIF image. So I'm going to right click and follow TCP streams. So you see that here's our initial request, and then here's the response. And you see there's a lot of junk in here, so stuff that you know we can't make out. But the computer can, and we can actually take this data and turn it into a JPEG image. So what I want to do is right here I've got the entire conversation. I actually want to say give me just the response, right? So this is not the request, just the response. And now I'm going to save that, and I'm just going to call it test.txt for now. And I'll close that out and let's open up that file. So you see it's very, similar, right? We've seen all this junk before. What we really want to do is we want to get rid of this HTTP header information. So we'll delete that and delete the extra white space. And we'll save it, close. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to rename this to test.jpg, and yep, we're going to use JPEG. And now if you see that, oh, there we go. We've opened it up, and now we see the JPEG. So that works perfectly for HTTP transactions where you can kind of recreate the files. Now there's an easier way to do that, and I'm going to show you that. So we'll hit clear, and basically Wireshark has automated what I just did manually. So you can go to File, Export Objects, and you can see that you can export HTTP, or if you had SMB, which is kind of the Windows file sharing protocol. If you had SMB traffic in there, you could export stuff from SMB, but we know that this is HTTP traffic. We're going to export the HTTP traffic, and it goes through all the packets and shows you what was transmitted. So here are all the file names, and we're going to go down to the bottom and actually pick that one out, and we can hit Save As, and we'll call that just what it's called there. We'll save it, and there's the same picture, the one we just pulled out manually. It was actually just done automatically. So that's a really great feature, especially if you're doing incident response or looking at traffic, maybe perhaps malicious traffic, and you want to pull out perhaps a piece of malware or an infected image, or you just want to see what your users are browsing. This is a very powerful tool to use. So that is pulling objects out of Wireshark.